Gladson.
Yo! Check, check. Check it now. Can I? Oh, super. You can hear some of this. Otherwise, I'll step on it. All right. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for showing so much love to Vipul. I have been a very old friend to him, and honestly, my bad. I haven't attended too many of his shows. I would say once or twice before. Of course, I had the opportunity to actually be with him when he was doing a show. I would do a little bit of ukulele and stuff, but I enjoyed the whole set, Vipul. Thank you so much for this lovely intimate gig of 8 to 10 songs. I love the fact that always knew that Vipul is not just a musician or a singer, but he's a storyteller. If you, yeah, you agree with me, right? I feel very lonely if people don't respond. So please. Already some kid at some concert, they came and told me, Uncle, I feel very bad for you. That's a good answer. Can anyone else guess why the kid would have felt bad for me?
No one is supporting.
No one is supporting her. Huh?
Because you're a one-man band.
Yeah, but why is that?
I mean, like you're carrying around.
You're carrying along,
So,
you're carrying us.
so, so I'll tell you what happened. I don't know if I should laugh at that or if I should feel good about it. But most times in life, for me, I have only understood that when something comes in your life, you try to be optimistic, try to be a little positive, and you commit it to God's hand, and everything will be great. Yeah? Do you agree with me on this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this kid came and told me, is there any setting? Yeah. So this kid came and told me that, Uncle, क्या आपके दूसरे बैंड मेंबर्स छोड़ के गए? I really felt it. But actually no, they didn't leave me. I was playing with about 6 bands and some of the band members are here with me. So I'm super privileged to be doing this in front of an audience which actually has mostly just friends and family, to be very honest. And for everyone over here who's new, can I see a raise of hands? If you've never met before? Wonderful, superb. I'm gonna clap for you. Superb. So with that, I would like to start my set for you guys. So Vipul actually had a lyric stand as well. He never opened it. I felt like he might open it, but he keeps doing his songs every now and then. I only get to perform it when there's a set of people who actually listen to me and not just pay me for playing Bollywood songs. So this entire show for me, I named it as the one-man band experience. There are different parts to this, but remember that the experience is not going to be you witnessing me playing live music, but the experience is a journey of how, when you're broken, God can change your life and make you something you might not have imagined. That is the experience. So with this thought, I'd like to play a few of my songs. Most of my story might not relate with the songs that I play, but I'm going to take you through this. Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Super. could take off 10,000 days from now, if I could be there to sing to you somehow. And I don't know how old we'll be by then, I only care to see you smile. That's all I wanted all the time. Every time I look at you, I look a little deeper. Here I say we would get a little stronger. If this is it, if this is what it meant to be. And every time I look at you, I look a little deeper. Here I say we would get a little stronger. If this is it, if this is what it meant to be. Oh yeah, come on and hold my hand. I saw an angel descending from the skies. I knew our hearts would meet and there's no goodbye. And I don't know how we'll get this far. I only care to see you smile. That's all I wanted all the time. Every time I look at you, I look a little deeper. Here I say we would get a little stronger. If this is it, if this is what it meant to be. And every time I look at you, I look a little deeper. Here I say we would get a little stronger. If this is it, if this is what it meant to be. Oh yeah, come on and hold my hand. Now I thank God for you are in my life. It makes me feel like we live without a strife. Through smiles and through storms he'll take us on. I only care to see you smile. That's all I wanted all the time. Every time I look at you, I look a little deeper. Here I say we would get a little stronger. If this is it, if this is what it meant to be. And every time I look at you, I look a little deeper. Here I say we would get a little stronger. If this is it, if this is what it meant to be. Oh yeah. honestly, one of the things I really ask myself is why do I put myself in shoes I cannot wear? I asked this when I started performing this song because honestly, there's a better way this can be sung. There's a better version of this song, and it is sung by one of my very close friends actually, along with me, a few friends, and I wish I could do this as good as her, but I'm taking tips and I will slowly get there. Okay, so the same question is something we also ask ourselves. Why do we put ourselves into something which we cannot handle? But the most beautiful part of life is that God has already planned every step of our way. Yes? Yes or no? Okay, so if you agree with me, you can nod, you can say yes. Or if you don't agree with me, actually try not to, but it's okay. So I started playing music when I was about 3 years old, okay, and my musical journey started very small. I was gifted a toy keyboard by someone on one of my birthdays, third or fourth birthday, and the first time I actually got to play music was when my dad actually taught me how to play Happy Birthday. Has anyone tried a toy keyboard over here?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, I like yes, I like yeah, okay, like better than a nod, I think. Yeah, beautiful. How many of you have tried Happy Birthday? Okay, so, so I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to take you through a journey, right? And I'm so happy that my dad is here with me, so Dad, can you please stand up? Amazing. So, a lot of my music comes actually from my dad and mom, and he taught me how to play Happy Birthday. He himself also plays the guitar, the keyboard, and yeah, what's the water? Yeah. And as much as he used to play guitar and keyboard in church and in other places at home when people come and practice, that was literally my only point of actually learning a skill. And my skill at that time was to pick up music on the go. And as a kid, you don't really realize your skills, right? Until someone figures it out and then they put more attention on that. So my parents did that. But I have a habit of not listening to my parents so much. A laughter means you are in the same boat. So I used to take the spoons, forks in the kitchen and I used to make my own drum kit and I used to play it. Now, has anyone done that?
Of course.
Yes, Soham, of course. I figured that I really enjoyed playing drums more than I played the keyboard. And we were in one of the churches. My dad is actually a pastor, so we keep getting transfers. And in one of the churches of about 400 people or families? People. It was a large church, and there used to be a choir, someone who played the keyboard, some people who sang, and someone who played the congo. You've seen the congo? And someone who plays the bongo. The bongo was kept somewhere in the shelf and no one played it. So it was given to me as a third or fourth standard boy. So one of the first instruments which I was introduced to, which came in the rhythm section, which I loved, was actually the bongo. So I used to shadow this Anna who used to play the congo. And the more he played, the more I played. And one day he just left for South Africa for a job. So what do I get? An automatic upgrade. And there was no one else who played the congo, so I got an automatic upgrade. And the more I played the congo, I was interested in people using their hands and legs in more drums, and I saw cymbals. And when people used to bring their drum kits to our church, or when we went out for some other meetings, and I saw people playing more drums than just 3, I was like, wow, that sounds really exciting. So let me try that. We never actually had the chance to get a drum kit back then, but wherever we got an opportunity, I used to just watch the drummer play, and I used to try to ape it over there. And sometimes I used to get a little opportunity. Otherwise, my drum kit, you know where I used to practice, right? My utensils, mom's utensils. So that's how I actually started my journey in music. And for some reason, even I figured at that point of time that, yeah, there is a skill in me that if someone plays music in front of me, I can actually just watch and I can just pick it up on the go. And it even happened for violin. That blew my mind out. When I was in my 5th and 6th standard, I went to one of these schools where we actually had a band, you know. You had school bands? Do you have school bands? Yeah, my school had a school band, and I actually had the opportunity to learn the snare drum, you know, the side drum. And I was so waiting to go to 7th standard, not for any studies of course, but because you could wear full pant, and if you wore full pants, that means you're part of the school band. And hey, my school friends, say hi. Yeah, I have my school friends with me, and both of them actually played music also. Abhishek in green shirt, he played, what instruments did you play?
Played bugle, flute and drum as well.
Yeah, he did an all-rounder thing over there. And he's a great footballer. And Soham over here, he actually was this killer vocalist. And every time he sang, he never even got 2nd place. He only got 1st place. And I used to wonder, how is this guy doing so much? But I'm so happy that, my inspirations in life was not only A.R. Rahman and all the biggest of people, but it started from my family and it started from my school. So thank you so much for being an inspiration at that time. Yeah, beautiful. As we grew older in school, I actually upgraded a lot of my skills also. Somehow my school life was pretty much normal in terms of studies, but I was really bagging everything on my shoulders when it came to extracurricular activities. And somehow my school life got over, and I went to my favorite college. It was Wilson College. Anyone from Wilson over here? See, my journey never ended. So I met my school friends over here, and please put your hands up, my Wilson College friends. Yeah, can you give them a big round of applause? Now I'll take you to my Wilson College phase in a bit. Let me sing one song. You want to hear a song?
Yes.
Oops. Sorry. Yes. This one I actually need lyrics for. So please. Feeling so lost, as though nothing's inside of me. Life is tossed and shivers the rest of me. I can't explain what is going right in my way. Emotions fail and kills every part of me. away everything I thought was ever mine. So when I was writing the song, it didn't mean to be a song actually. It was just a stream of emotions, okay? So this is a song I really felt like a lot of people go through. So I want you to listen to the lyrics. Feeling so lost, as though nothing's inside of me. Life is tossed and shivers the rest of me. I can't explain what is going right in my way. Emotions fade and kills every part of me. Can't you hear me? I thought you were by my side. Can you feel me? I can't run, but I'm trying to hide the worry and the pain to come back, wrapped in okay. And I feel that I have lost everything I never can. Consume me, melt away the tears in my eyes. Oh, confuse me. It will take away everything I thought was ever mine. 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 So I'm not sure if you actually listen to the lyrics. It's more, I think it's more than the song itself. I just felt like a lot of us go through this entire phase. I'll tell you, if you missed because of my accent, there's a phase in our life where we get lost and we feel like everything that we ever gained is just going back out, right? Have you been in that situation? So I just wrote it down, either all of that pain should consume me and it should melt away the tears in my eyes, or confuse me so that it can take away everything that I thought was ever mine. So it's just a song which had a lot of deep meaning for me, and I would hope that it hit you a little bit also. So, this was a phase in my life where I felt this song actually. And I went to my favorite college, Wilson College. And it is not about Wilson College, to be honest, about what I'm talking about. But I had really amazing friends, just like my school. But I also had amazing friends who maybe sometimes had a few things which killed them, and in turn also kills other people. So a lot of my friends used to smoke a lot of cigarettes, and I really enjoyed their company, not for the cigarettes, but they were musicians, they were athletes, they were great in academics. Everything was so beautiful, but staying with them, I really wanted to just let them know that, hey, guys, why don't we not do this, Just wanted to be that guy in the group who would stop something like that. Not because I did not like it, but I knew that there was a lot of things which you could lose when you start harming yourself. And somehow, all of that smoke which they let out or which was in my surrounding, it started entering my lungs. So when I came back home one day, I started to feel a little breathless. And slowly, little by little, all the food that I started eating, it didn't stay in my body. I mean, of course, all of our food doesn't stay in our body, if you think of it. But it came out this way. And I started vomiting all of the food that I ate. And it was about 1 week, 1 month, a few months, and almost a year. I started to just vomit every single thing that I ate. So my mom would feed me 3 to 4 morsels of rice. But all of the food that I actually ate just came out. I started to breathe a little heavy, and I didn't know what to do. Honestly, I'm someone who is very scared of doctors and needles and blood and all of that. At that point of time, it was pretty scary for me. And I did not want to get checked because obviously I'm very scared. But my mom, she called up one of my other best friends and she told him that, yeah, you got a car, so why don't we give him a ride? And that ride took me to a clinic. And when we went to that clinic, the doctor had suggested a lot of medicines, almost about 10 medicines or so. And to be very honest, I was about 18 years, I was about 18 at that time. And 18 years of my life, my entire life, whenever I had some sickness, was only healed by prayer. So I was wondering, oh, this is going to be a big step to take. So I was not really willing to take the medicines. But the problem that they figured was to do with my lungs. And my mom and they kind of knew the problem. They didn't tell it to me exactly the way it should be because then I wouldn't take the next step towards it. So we went for a second opinion to Sion Hospital where my auntie was working. And we wanted to just go there and get some medicines for a lower price, get a little discount because those were really expensive medicines and a lot of it. And my aunt told that we should have a second opinion over here. And when we went over there, I went there with my younger brother, Joyson. Joyson, can you stand up? He doesn't look younger to me anymore. But at that time, he was actually shorter to me. Of course, we were very young. I'm talking of 10 years back. And we went there thinking we'll come back late. It was March 22nd. And it was one of my best friend's birthday, who's also here. Roddy, where are you? Okay, Roddy. It was his birthday. So in the evening, I wanted to go and wish him. So we did this afternoon trip to the hospital. But I never made it back home. So in the hospital, it got pretty serious and the doctors admitted me. And for the next 7 days, I learned a lot of things in life. And one of the things that I learned in my life when I saw things happening to me which never happened in my life before was that in everything, you learn how to trust God. So it was the hardest phase of my life at that time. And we saw a lot of people just not making it to the next day. It was really difficult because someone who's only scared of needles, you can imagine how much more scared you would be to see more people wounded and in different situations in the hospital. But I learned how to trust God in that phase because the only thing that I was holding on to is a little bit of hope, which actually came to my life because of the upbringing in the church. We learned about faith, we learned about hope, we learned that God has a plan in each one's life. And I had failed my 12th 3 times at that time because the first time was something I won't bring up over here. The second and third time, I was only able to sit in the examination hall for about half an hour. And my dad would drop me and we were sure that I would come out fast. So he would take me back home after half an hour. You have to sit for like half an hour, right? Minimum in an auditorium, not auditorium, in an examination hall. So that's exactly what happened. And when I was getting discharged from the hospital, Roldy was taking me home, and the doctors told me that Gladson, you've lost more than 60% of your lungs. Um, Before this, I think I missed a little part. When I was getting diagnosed, he asked me if are you like a heavy smoker or like do you drink a lot of alcohol? I said, wow, never. This question, I mean, I think it came to the wrong person. But somehow, I was told that I was diagnosed with an illness called as pleural effusion, which happens to be a precursor to tuberculosis, almost the first stage of tuberculosis. And I was this young lad who had a lot of dreams and hopes in my life, and everything just came shattering down. Because at my discharge, the doctor told me that, Gladson, you can never even play like a regular flute in your life. And that was pretty heartbreaking. Honestly, I wanted to be a pastor like my dad because he used to pray for people, and I like the service that a man of God gives. And the second thing is I wanted to be a cool pastor. So my idea of cool was to be a biker. And the third thing was I always wanted to be a musician. I wanted to be a drummer when I grew up. And all of these dreams and hopes just came crashing down when I was discharged from the hospital. And I did a few months of treatment called DOTS treatment. Over that 6 months of time, I was not allowed to meet a lot of people. My breath had to be controlled. All of these things used to happen. I lost a lot of my friends, and I then got to know who my real friends are. When all of this was happening, it was a testing phase, because God had actually taken me through so much in my life where, if you remember, I told you that I was able to pick up any musical instrument on the go. So by this age, I was able to play at least 35 musical instruments. Me and my brothers, we made a list of all the instruments that we have and what we don't have and I still play. So the count came to about 35 at that time, and a few others which we didn't actually own, but I could play it. And my constant question to God was, why did you give me all these talents but take away so much of my life? You know, we have that question. You gave me so much, but why did you also remove so much? And around that time, I really was figuring out if I should really continue to live or not. So it was December of 2015, and I started to feel like I was being mocked because I had a lot of opportunities of playing different instruments at different places. But I never got to play the drum. And I wanted to just be a drummer. So out of frustration, December 2015, I was praying to God and I was like, God, I honestly think I'm troubling my entire family and also troubling myself. So maybe if I don't do anything new and exciting or something to look forward in 2016, I might as well just end my life. So I was contemplating suicide, and in the middle of Christmas, God spoke to me in a dream. He told me, Gladson, how about you take all the musical instruments that you play, put them together and play it. And he reminded me of a picture that I had drawn when I was in 8th standard in a children's camp. And I woke up and I shared it with my brother. I said, Joy, I have this exciting idea, but I feel like this is not a dream. It's probably something little more than a dream. And how about we try searching on the internet for multi-instrumentalists, people who play a lot of instruments together. I didn't have the keyboard one-man band back in 2015-16, and we were just searching for these words, and we found some interesting people in the world who do this. And we prayed as a family, and my mom was a big support over here. They would take care of me so much. Mom, can you stand up? So, my mom is a praying woman. Okay, my mom and dad, they'll wake up in the morning and they'll kneel down and they'll pray for all of us. Even now, we wake up at 10 o'clock, but they wake up at 5 o'clock. So, when we were trying to make this entire one-man band over there, I had a lot of things going on, okay? But somehow, as much as it seemed exciting, it also felt like it was a challenge, okay? Now, I'm going to introduce the challenge a little later, but I'm going to introduce another song for you before that, okay? You want another song? Yes. Awesome. And for this song, like I said, I have a lot of special people sitting in this audience over here, and a few people who have been very close to me and my family for a long time. I co-wrote a couple of songs with them, and I told you about someone who sings my first song, More Beautiful Than Me. So I want to introduce Anna and Sharon. Please come on stage. And it's okay, come. Anna, come in the stage. Yeah, please come. Sharon also come. It's okay. We sang this a lot of years ago, and honestly, I have never ever done this song with a kit. And the reason we have intimate gigs or experiences in shows is because you get to witness something for the first time. So you're like an early bird. You get to witness something which does not happen in like a regular corporate show or something like that, because this one stays really, really close to us. So this one is called Did You Know? When I was writing one of my first love songs, this is also one of those first love songs that I wrote. And we're going to try to make this as good as we can. Ready, Anna? Come on. Okay.
I think so.
Rolly, I'm going to play your part on the kazoo. There you go. So this one is something you can clap and like cheer, okay? It's did you know that one of a kind that you realize?
Did you know that you make me smile? Did you know that one of a kind you realize? Did you know that you make me smile? That you love all night? 'Cause when the world feels like it's fading away, I will be reminded of what we say. 3 words is not our meaning until today. You've come into my life, and you got me singing. You make me beautiful. Nothing else do I want from you. I don't know how to take this away. When I'm holding you in my arms, I'm sitting just next to you. My heart keeps pounding for more. 'Cause you are love, love. You make me love, love. You make me love. You are love, love. You make me beautiful. Did you know that the baby on your door and pull up the show? Did you know that the seas are blue and the face will still glow? Did you know that the baby on your door and pull up the show? Did you know that the seas are blue and the face will still glow? It's when the world feels like it's fading away, I will be reminded of what we say. 3 words did not have meaning until today. That is coming to my life, and you got me singing. You make me beautiful. Nothing else do I want from you. I don't know how to take this away. When I'm holding you in my arms, I'm sitting
You are love. Sing with me. You are love. You are love. You are love.
Did you know that I never let you go? Rather make us walk so old. Did you know that you're never alone and the love will just grow? Did you know that I never let you go? Rather make us walk so old. Did you know that I'm never alone and the love will just grow? 'Cause when the world feels like it's fading away, I will be reminded of what we say. 3 words in my meaning until today. That is coming to my life. And you got me singing, you make me beautiful. Nothing else do I want from you. I don't know how to take this away. When I'm holding you in my arms, I'm sitting just next to you. My heart keeps starting to go.
You are love.
You make me alone. You make me alone. You make me alone.
You will say that I love you. From your head to your dress. Get the moon to sit beside you. And still I feel so less. I've been telling you that I love you. From your head to your dress. Get the moon to sit beside you. Still might feel so less. 'Cause when the world feels like it's fading away, I will be reminded of what we say. 3 words did not have meaning until today. Then it come into my life. And you got me singing, you make me beautiful. Nothing else do I want from you. I don't know how to take this away. When I'm holding you in my arms, just sitting just next to you. My heart keeps starting to go. You are love. You are love. 'Cause you are love. 'Cause you are. Can you sing you are love? Ready? Everybody do it. You are love. 'Cause you are love. 'Cause you are love. 'Cause you are love. Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Sharon. Phew. It takes a lot to do this song. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so honestly, if I did this with a band, it would be something else. But I'm so happy that I could do it with a one-man band. To be very honest, what you witnessed was something we've done for the first time. So it was so good for me to try this out in front of you. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Alright, it's 10 p.m. So when I was thinking about how we can actually do this entire one-man band, we went on the internet and we searched a couple of ideas and stuff. And I was called by India's Got Talent for a cappella. I had an a cappella team. I was training them from college. And I told them that, hey, listen, would you be able to accommodate something else which I do? But I don't have it ready. You just have to trust my words and, we'll try to figure it out. So in February of 2016, I was really going crazy as to how can we mount instruments together. Because what you see over here is completely home built. And by home built, I mean there is no person outside who did anything. Except for the welding, right, Joy? Yeah, except for the welding. But I am so honored to be standing here and presenting to you all of this. And if you go to my Instagram, One Man Band India, go and follow. You will see a couple of my old designs, okay? And I have the honor today to be actually singing all of these songs and also sharing my story in front of one of the people who made it happen. So I would like to introduce to you Mr. Manikandan. Can you please stand up? Thank you. So he has been a very key person in helping Joyson, Nixon and I to put all these instruments together. Now, he does not have knowledge of music. I don't have knowledge of how to put these things. Actually, even he didn't have much knowledge of it, but he's a very curious mind. And as much as I was praying to God as to how we're going to do this and stuff like that, there's a very big story of how we met, but I'm going to skip that and I'm going to tell you that the way he came into the picture was nothing less than a miracle. If we just had 1 week for India's Got Talent auditions, and he had a lot of things on his plate, but somehow, when I was walking out the compound and I was trying to figure what's happening, he came and we had a random meet, and he said that, hey, your idea sounds so good, how about I come home and help you try to do this entire thing. So he sacrificed a lot, so he helped us build the very first one-man band design. And guess what? In 8 years of doing this, I never had the chance to introduce him to an audience. So today we have this. Alright. So like I said, my entire journey is nothing but a miracle, and that's what I'm trying to share with all of you today. I'll come to the last part of my story. When the doctors told me that you cannot even play a flute or live a regular life, I really understood that this is not something I'm going to succumb to. I'm going to make sure that I do the exact opposite of what the doctors said. So I went home and I've had a few, I didn't play the harmonica today, but I had a few harmonicas and flutes, and I tried to learn them out. And with the 40% of lungs that I had at that time, I learned new ways of actually playing musical instruments, and I started to play a lot more instruments after that. And somehow in 2016 February, we all came together and we made this entire rig of 13 musical instruments, and that, my friends, was such a big accomplishment for me, because I did the exact opposite of impossible. I thought it was completely impossible to do this, but God made it happen. So February 21st or 22nd, the entire one-man band came into existence. And when we did our research, we got to know that India doesn't have anyone else who does this. So this happens to be the first and only one in India. 8 years have passed by. I'm sure a lot of people have tried it in their homes and stuff. But I just want to share another big news. We fought with we challenged the court. The court challenged me, stating that multiple instruments cannot be played. But God is great. They happened to open Google and search one-man band, and they got this entire thing. And we officially have a trademark for one-man band. That means we are officially the only one. And you guys are a big part of this journey, because after getting the trademark and in all these years, after doing corporates and weddings and stuff like that, this is the first time I'm actually getting to share some of my original music songs in my life. So thank you so much. Yeah, and with that, the second thing that I learned in my life after trust God is that you never ever give up on what you love doing. Yeah, wow. Like Vipul said, if you love something, what were you saying, bro? How? दिल की सुनो या दिमाग की सुनो. मैंने तो अपना दिल का सुना. And I really wanted to follow music. I never wanted to be in a job. I knew that I wouldn't survive because I tried it and I slept in the afternoons and it was crazy. But somehow life has its own ways, and these are the two things that I learned, and I want to share the same thing with you. I want you to say after me, trust God, and never give up.
Never give up.
If I could do this, you can do this too. So if I could do this with 40% of lungs, I'm sure that you guys with 100% of lungs, with 100% of everything, the way that God has blessed all of you, can do a lot more. Okay? And with that, I would like to come to my last song. And for this last song, if possible, you can take your phones out, and if you have flash, yeah, I would love that. We're actually recording this entire thing, so join me in this song, okay? I want you to say, it's cool.
It's cool.
Okay, a little louder, okay? It's cool.
It's cool.
Yes, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. I was just checking if I missed out any song. So it's a song about life. Somehow we have ups and downs in our lives, but somehow it's cool. We live life anyway. I co-wrote the song with my best friend Roldy over here. So I have the privilege of doing this a lot of times with him. So okay, I think before we get to It's Cool, no, let's do this after It's Cool. All right, let's go for the song, okay? Sing after me. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. You sing It's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. And it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool. We live life anyway. Clap your hands, everybody. It didn't feel like it made my day. I spilled the coffee over on my face, so I went to the bay. Yesterday, it didn't feel like it made my day. I spilled the coffee over on my face, so I went to the bay. Sing with me, and it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool. We live life anyway. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool. We live life anyway. Are you guys enjoying the song? Yes. So the second stanza, I actually wrote it when I was, I think, 17 or 18. I actually didn't have any beard. So I used to take my dad's bike with Roldy, and I used to go to Marine Drive. Have you been to Marine Drive? Okay. So there are a lot of cops over there, right? So since I didn't have facial hair and all that, they used to, yeah, they would stop me. They would be like, "Arey, bachcha chala raha hai." And Marathi mein, they would be like, "Arey, tuza naav kya hai re?" So and then I added this. Roddy, you ready? All right. So I put it in the song, and it somehow went like this. And I'm cycling to the bay. Come on, clap your hands. I went a cop on the way, and he stopped. if I'm standing here today, it's because of a lot of God's grace, and it's because of a lot of love and sacrifice and support from a lot of people. So I would like to call upon on stage a few names. Sorry, I'm getting a little breathless. You don't have to be worried, this is normal. So, yes.
Just carry lift the band for some time.
Which one?
Let someone just give it a
No, I'm good. Mummy is also attending my show for the second time. So, it's real. Alright, first up, I would like to introduce my parents. So, mom and dad, please come up. You can just... I might not be able to call everybody over here, but even if you could stand over there, it'd be amazing. Then my two younger brothers, Joyson and Nixon, please don't come here. Please be there. Let's stand up. That is Joyson and this. No, it's fine. Yeah. I'm used to this. They have been my strongest pillars through this entire journey, and I'm really thankful to them for allowing me to be a musician and dealing with all of this. And there are a few people who also helped me design this entire thing. So Manikandan Anna, why don't you please come up on stage? Yes, beautiful. He's the guy behind the entire design. I'm sure he didn't expect this. And hey, do you guys think this looks beautiful?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Out of 1 to 10, how much would you rate it? 11. Alright. I'm gonna call Sharon up on stage, please.
The design.
Sharon, someday you need to go and follow her on Instagram. And if you heard my story, you need to hear her story. Your life will be changed. Okay, she's a miracle, and she's one of the biggest inspirations for a lot of us. Okay, Anna, and please come. You are free, so you can come. And Rolly, and yes, and along with our families, Anna, Sharon, and Rolly's parents. Can you please stand up? Uncle, please stand. Uncle, please stand. They have been one of the biggest people who have supported me through the entire journey. And by support, it doesn't mean just small little things. It goes a long way. We've all spent sleepless nights to make this entire thing possible. And I'm really thankful to everybody for allowing me and also being with me on this journey. All right, thank you so much. I'm almost ending my set. Mom, Dad, I'm almost ending my set. Do you have something to say?
Yeah.
Okay, Joy, Mike. Okay, this is going to be quick. We have one last song. Do you want one more song?
Yeah.
I hope you're not hungry. I mean, hungry for music is okay. Yeah, we are almost done.
Okay. It's on.
Joy, is it on?
Well, 1 minute is not enough for me. It's a long story, but Gladson is a living miracle here, and I really thank the Lord for all that He has done. We never thought He would come up as such a wonderful human being, a blessing to so many people around. And whenever I sit down and think about Him, I have tears, and I really thank the Lord so much for fulfilling His dream and our dream in His life. And really, I know His future is in God's hand, and He's going to handle everything, and He's going to bless more and more people. And we are thankful to the Lord and thankful to you all for coming here today. And you are the most privileged, because we are all here for His first show. He said one-man band experience, and actually even we heard his whole story from his own mouth only today. Okay, yeah, we have been hearing it at home and in many other places, but today it was really very wonderful, and I'm glad you all are happy. That I'm sure you all are happy listening to him and encouraged. Go further and encourage the people who have lost hope in their lives. Okay, and our prayers for you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And with that, I would like to really thank all of you for coming out tonight. It's been really amazing. I want to try to take Nikki. Would we be able to do that one big picture that all the famous people do? And as we get set, I just want to let you know that this experience has been a life-changing experience for me to be able to share my music and my story with all of you. And I hope that the way God touched my life, He took something broken and made something which is completely impossible. I want to share the same hope with you as you walk out of this place. That if you're going through something in your life and you don't know what to do, just trust God and never ever give up on what you love. That's the only thing that I want to end this set with. So thank you so much once again for having us, Vipul and me, at this concert. And Vipul, are you ready? You sure? Alright, so the surprise over here is that Vipul and I are going to be doing one song together. Do you want Vipul to sing one song?
Yes.
Yes,
Earlier, I think 2019, right? When did the song come out?
1990.
2019, Vipul told me, how about we do a song together? And I agreed to it.
Check.
And we were able to come up with a really, really amazing thing over here. And by we, I mean 90% Vipul, 2% me. So maybe you can introduce the song and we can try this out together.
Yes, yes.
For the first
We are
time.
playing live for the first
Live
time.
for the first time.
So, गाने का नाम है मेरी कलाकारी and we have released this song back in 19. It's a like we have collaborated with 9 independent artists. तो हम दोनों को छोड़ के बाकी सब बड़े आर्टिस्ट थे उसमें.
Actually.
So हमने अप्रोच किया था सब आर्टिस्ट लोग ने like they've accepted our collaboration request and like no one took any money because they like the concept of the song. The song is about like एक artist का life में is going through a lot of different phases, ups and downs, but still he or she believes that कि उसका art जो है incredible है with respect to all the sorrows of the life, and that's why I wrote a line called मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से, मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से. So here we go with the song, and we this idea came like we used to do a lot of street performances with an NGO called NSPA. So जहाँ पे there was no sound, but we were just busking on the metro stations, and I think we have played all the railway stations and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's been a journey from street to stage. We have been enjoying. And
So we should ask them, has anyone seen us on the metro stations or
No.
have you?
I met him first time at NSPA when he was performing at the hotel.
yeah, life is
Thank
circle,
you.
full of circle. So a lot of people used to like क्या होता था like Mumbai we know that life is very fast. So मेट्रो पे लोग आते हैं मतलब कुछ लोग जा रहे हैं आ रहे हैं like no one किसी को कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है. कुछ ऐसे भी लोग होते थे मतलब जो हम लोग बजा रहे तो कुछ लोग तो बहुत खुश है like because उनको फ्री में अच्छा म्यूजिक सुनने मिल रहा है, but कुछ लोग like ऐसे जा रहे हैं फट से they are ignoring art. So that's how the idea came like कि we should respect artists, we should respect music and stuff, all the form of arts, and that's what we just tried to deliver in this song. So we'll
Good.
try. We'll jam together actually.
jam
We are not
together.
playing the song.
Yeah. Maybe we can teach that line first so
Yes,
that we
yes.
don't feel left out.
Yes, yes. So just can you just give me. So chorus goes like. मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से, मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से. Can you sing this? मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से. One more time. So this song is not just belonging to like artists because आप खुद एक artist हैं अपने life के. So be a good creator of your life. Have some good memories along with all the stuff that we've been doing. That's what I did. I said in my TEDx talk also. कि always be creative towards the life. बिकॉज जो बोलते हैं ना लोग बूढ़े नहीं होते एक्चुअली, वी डोंट गेट टू मच ओल्ड, बट हम लोग दिमाग से बूढ़े हो जाते हैं. सो ऑलवेज जस्ट बी क्रिएटिव फ्रॉम योर माइंड सो दैट वी हम लोग कभी बूढ़े नहीं होंगे. ठीक है.
मेरी कला की नहीं है कदर, मेरी कला की नहीं करे कोई फिक्र, मेरी कला से तुम अभी अनजान हो, मेरी कला से रूबरू हुए नहीं. जब मैंने चाहा तो साथ नहीं तो साथ बस मेरे साथ सुर है वही. मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से, मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी, ताली बजा रहा यार, मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से, मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से, मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से. सुर के सागर में जब खोने लगते हैं, हवा में भी आंधी उठने लगती है. सुर के सागर में जब खोने लगते हैं, हवा में भी आंधी उठने लगती है. काले काले बादल भी कुछ ऐसे गूंजे हैं कि सोए में राजा भी जम के बरसे. सिंहो मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से, मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से, मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से, मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से. मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से, मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से, मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से, मेरी कलाकारी बड़ी दुनिया से.
क्या बात, make some noise for Gladson. It's a pleasure to play with Mannan band. क्योंकि सबको मौका नहीं मिलेगा. ठीक है.
हम यूकेलेली में बजाए थे. So
Thank you so much.
We'll do one picture together, everybody.
Sure.
And that's pretty much it. I do have a small thing from my side to give. So when you are all going outside, please collect your small little thank you from me. I just wanted to make a little memory out of this entire thing. And my brothers, Anna, Sharon and Roldy really worked hard last minute to make everything look good, feel good and everything. Nikki, ready? Vipul, would you like to join me in the front itself? Do you think everybody sitting will be good or? Yeah, it's okay? So we just do that. Amen. Okay, so everybody, you can do your good actions, no bad actions. Check. Check the frame. Good? Alright. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Good. Okay, I'm gonna take it from here. Okay, 1, 2, and say cheese! Thanks for the delay. Yes. Oh yes, please. Oh, did you miss out the picture? Please be in the picture.
Taking a picture, you come.
Okay.
Joy.
Everybody be in the picture. Nikki, you also come. Rolly, Joyson. Nikki, come.
Yeah.
Every time my brothers get left out. Okay, everybody ready? Chalo. 1, 2, and 3. Cheese. All right, thank you so much for coming out tonight. I'm gonna keep the one-man band on me for a bit. If you want any pictures, please tag us on social media and please let your friends know about this. Thank you so much to Rasa, the stage, and everyone who's put this show up together. Can you give a big round of applause? Thank you. All right, thank you so much, everybody. Nikki? So there may not be too many, but if you're from the same family, please take one. You can keep it for your family, but that's pretty much it. You'll get it on your way out. If you don't get it, please come back. It'll be there. Yes. Jamit. Too much light, huh? Yeah, let's do that. Now it's okay? Okay, yeah. Thank you so much.
White, one picture with Gladson. पहले ले लिया था. iPhone very costly, expensive pictures.
Yes.
iPhone guy.
Take shot. Thank you so much, uncle and auntie, for coming. It means a lot. Thank you. Auntie, please. Please take it.
Full folk must be full underscore folk. Thank you. Full. Yes. This is all the color.
This is our picture for the first time. No?
Yes. Change.
Thank you. Nice to meet all your friends also. How is that?
Expensive pictures.
Everyone can't afford this.
Yeah. Solo?
Next version. Design
Class start பண்ண questions
group batch
Thank you.
weekly one. Offline.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Really enjoyed it. Hello. Yes. This is God. See, man, the multi-based drama. Thank you so much for coming. Without yes. And if you ever come to Kulaba, okay, beautiful. Thank you. Thanks. Eugene, thank you so much. Yeah, no. Okay, cheese. On video, sir? Yeah. Woo! Woo!
We need more such people, huh? Who
Yeah, I can keep doing it. Woo! Thank you, bro. Take care. Thanks for coming. Thank you. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Yes, just a second.
Yeah. Hussein.
He's like best friend.
Oh, so good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I will. That's what the beauty of music. Keep in touch. Yes, yes. The bigger piece.
Yeah.
वैरायटी थोड़ा डाइवर्स होना चाहिए
हाँ भाई वो हो जाएगा नहीं वो हो जाएगा मेरे को पता है ठीक है थैंक्स मैन चाय पट बोला इज दिस वी हैव द फुल थैंक यू
it only cafe में बता रही है maybe we were connected in the same thought
I've heard lots of TEDx, right?
we have the full